Oh, you thought T.I. and Tiny were the blueprint for hip-hop couple goals? Think again, because this new plot twist just made love and hip-hop look like Sunday school. The internet is melting faster than a lace front in July after rumors exploded that Tiny's got a brand new husband and let's just say this man ain't playing backup dancer to anyone's past. Word on the digital streets is that while T.I. was out here giving motivational speeches about loyalty and family values, Tiny was quietly rewriting her own love story and the ending. Absolutely savage. Now, before you start clutching your pearls and checking TMZ for confirmation, just know this. Insiders claim this new man isn't just some rebound. Nope, he's younger, richer, and way too unbothered to care about rap royalty heartbreaks. Social media detectives are already dissecting every detail. From matching tattoos to coded Instagram captions while T.I. is out here pretending like he's at peace. Yeah, right, this isn't just a breakup. This is a public demolition of ego. And the way it's unfolding. It's got Atlanta, Hollywood, and the entire internet screaming, she really did that. Welcome to Tiny's revenge era. Let's rewind for a second because this fairy tale gone nuclear didn't happen overnight. Once upon a time, and I mean the early 2000s fairy dust era, T.I. and Tiny were Atlanta's royal couple, the king and queen of trap love. He was the self-proclaimed rubber band man, and she was the backbone. The ride or die who built a home while he built an empire. Every red carpet, every award show, every VH1 reunion. They looked like the couple that made toxicity look luxurious, but behind the designer shades and matching fur coats, drama was simmering like gumbo left on high heat. Tiny was tired of the side chicks, the secret hotel meets, and the it's just music video energy excuses. The world saw loyalty. Tiny saw loopholes. And while T.I. was preaching about family first in interviews, he was allegedly living by another motto. What they don't know won't hurt them. Spoiler alert, she found out. Then came the rumors, the leaked DMS, and the infamous Trouble in Paradise headlines that followed them. Like paparazzi perfume. Every time they'd patch things up, another scandal would drop, a new name, a new accusation, a new public apology wrapped in Instagram captions about growth and reflection. And yet, Tiny kept it classy, or at least quiet. Until now. Because apparently, the woman everyone thought was holding the kingdom together decided to burn it down and rebuild it. It's with someone else's last name. Enter the mystery man. Nobody saw him coming. No rapper taglines, no publicist-approved debut. It's just a few whispers and a blurry paparazzi shot of Tiny at a private event wearing a ring that definitely wasn't there before. Fans zoomed in like CSI Atlanta, and within hours, Twitter was a war zone. One side screamed, she deserves happiness. The other side said, ain't no way Tiny remarried before T.I. even dropped another hit. But then the bombshell. A close friend allegedly leaked that Tiny had been quietly seeing this man for over a year. A business mogul, low-key, connected in the entertainment scene, but not the type to chase clout. The man's style, clean suits, quiet power, and not a single scandal in sight. Basically, the anti-T.I. Once the blogs picked it up, it was game over. Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked. Lipstick Alley. Everyone had receipts, opinions, and theories. Screenshots started surfacing of a mysterious Mr. C posting cryptic love quotes, like, "Real queens don't wait to be crowned, they build their own throne." And fans were like, wait, that sounds a lot like Tiny. The internet detectives went wild. Matching watches. Check identical vacation spots. Double check. One fan even claimed to have seen them at a private dinner in Miami. Looking too comfortable to be cousins? The tea was boiling hotter than Atlanta asphalt in August. Meanwhile, T.I. was acting way too calm. He posted one of those passive-aggressive motivational videos, talking about growth, maturity, and letting people find their path. But the internet wasn't buying it. You could practically hear the heartbreak behind the shades. The man looked like he'd just seen his whole legacy walk out in heels and a wedding ring. And here's where it gets messy, apparently. His new husband isn't some unknown figure. Nope, he's someone T.I. allegedly crossed paths with before. A former business partner, maybe even someone who used to be part of the extended circle. Yeah, that kind of betrayal. Imagine your ex not only moving on, but moving on with someone who used to dap you up backstage. That's not heartbreak, that's emotional homicide. The public reaction. A circus meme started dropping faster than T.I.'s vocabulary lessons. One viral tweet read, "T.I. out here talking about expeditiously while Tiny out here getting remarried efficiently." The comment sections turned into comedy clubs. Every blog post became a war zone of laughter, sympathy, and a sprinkle of karma hit different. But beneath the chaos, there's something poetic about it. Tiny spent years being seen as the supportive wife, the background vocalist to T.I.'s spotlight performance. And now, she's the headline. The plot twist. The viral sensation? It's like watching the student become the professor, except the lesson is about self-respect and silent revenge. The craziest part, people who used to clown Tiny for staying with T.I. are now praising her for leveling up. She went from being T.I.'s wife to being Tiny, the boss who moved on. Even celebrities started weighing in. Candy Burruss allegedly liked a few shady posts. Tamar Braxton threw a cryptic tweet about when queens finally realize their worth. And let's not even start on the fans dragging. T.I.'s past interviews where he talked about controlling the household. It's like watching Karma perform. Live on stage, front row. No refunds. Sources close to the couple claimed that T.I. was blindsided by the news. Apparently, he thought things were getting better between them. He was allegedly still calling her, still visiting the family home, still hoping for a reconciliation. Meanwhile, Tiny was allegedly finalizing her vows with a smile that said, "This time, I'm the headline." Do you think that's cold? Just wait, because the internet's about to find out who the new husband really is. And let's just say, once that name drops, T.I.'s King of the South, crown might start slipping. What? Started as a quiet divorce, now feels like a blockbuster, a romantic reboot with better lighting and no script approval from T.I. himself. This isn't just tea. It's an entire boiling pot of revenge stew, seasoned with years of humiliation, heartbreak, and public scrutiny. Tiny's move sent a message that echoed across social media timelines. You can't play a woman who learns the game while watching you cheat. And for the first time, the world isn't looking at T.I. as the main character, it's watching Tiny blow up in real dash time. But here's the real question. Is this new husband the fairy tale ending? Or the start of another headline storm waiting to erupt? Because if there's one thing Atlanta has taught us, it's that no secret stays buried for long, especially when egos, money, and fame are involved. And trust me, this story is just getting started. And just when you thought the internet had finished digesting the first wave of chaos, BOOM, a new round of drama detonated like fireworks over Atlanta. Tiny's new husband finally stepped into the spotlight. Well, sort of. A few blurry paparazzi clips leaked online, showing Tiny stepping out of a black Escalade, holding hands with a man that fans immediately dubbed Mr. Unbothered. Because, while T.I. was busy giving podcasts about family structure, this man was out here living like he just stole the sequel to Think Like a Man. Let's paint the picture. He's tall, clean-cut, rocking tailored suits and diamond cufflinks that probably cost more than T.I.'s first mixtape. Not a rapper, not an athlete, a legit businessman. The type that doesn't need the clout, because the clout walks beside him. The internet went feral. Tweets were flying like Tiny finally upgraded to a man who doesn't rhyme every time he argues. Others joked. T.I. gave us the dictionary, but Tiny found herself a CEO with no punctuation issues. The memes became legendary. One photo of T.I. looking confused on stage went viral with the caption, "When you realize your ex's new man owns the label you once bragged about? Savage." Absolutely. But the internet was in full gladiator mode and T.I. was the arena. Within hours, gossip blogs claimed the mystery man wasn't just any business mogul. Allegedly, he was someone who had once helped fund one of T.I.'s ventures years back. Talk about karma doing a perfect moonwalk. You could practically hear the plot twist music in the background. Suddenly, T.I. wasn't just the ex. He was the ghost of heartbreak past, watching his old world crumble in 4K. And the audacity. Tiny's new man allegedly posted a cryptic caption that had fans screaming. Some people don't realize the prize until someone else claims it. No tags, no names, just enough smoke to set the internet ablaze. Within minutes, it was screenshotted, reposted, dissected, and memed into history. I tried to play it cool, but you could see the cracks forming. During a recent live appearance, his voice cracked when he said, "I wish her nothing but the best." That's the universal language for "I'm dying inside, but my publicist told me to smile." Inside, but my publicist told me to smile. And you already know the celebrity circle started choosing sides like it was Avengers. Divorce edition. Some of T.I.'s industry buddies to 50 Cent, Boosie, and even Charlemagne threw in their 2 cents. 50, of course, couldn't resist trolling. Posting a meme of T.I. with the caption, "See, you can't spell tiny without I. And I messed up." The post broke the internet before T.I. could even hit ignore. Meanwhile, the women of reality TV came out cheering like Tiny just won a championship. Lala Anthony commented a few heart emojis under Tiny's photo. Tamar Braxton wrote, "Glow hits different when peace is the filter." Even Zonique, Tiny's daughter, allegedly posted a subtle nod with the caption, "Mama finally smiling again." Fans couldn't get enough. They dug through every past clip of T.I. and Tiny, the family hustle, and started rewatching moments that now looked prophetic. Like that one episode where Tiny joked about needing a vacation from the king. Back then, it was playful. Now it's the unofficial trailer for her comeback story. But here's where it really gets wild. Insiders began whispering that T.I. wasn't taking this lying down. Allegedly, he's been trying to contact Tiny through mutual friends, trying to talk things out. Some claim he even showed up uninvited at one of her events, only to be politely escorted away. If true, that's not just messy, that's Shakespearean tragedy levels of denial. Sources say the energy between them is icy cold. Tiny isn't looking back, not when she's got a new man. A new mansion and a new level of self-respect that could light up all of Georgia. The woman who used to stand behind T.I. on every red carpet is now walking past him like he's Wi-Fi with no signal. The press, of course, is milking this story like it's their last paycheck. Every outlet from Bet to Page 6 is spinning their own angle. Some are calling it Tiny's glow-up era. Others are labeling it the fall of T.I., the family man. But no matter how you frame it, it's clear. The narrative has flipped. Tiny's no longer the supporting act. She's the headline. And the audience is eating it up. The real turning point came when Tiny posted a photo. No caption. No filters. Just her and Mr. Unbothered holding hands at sunset. Fans flooded the comments like, "This looks peaceful, not performative." The post hit 1 million likes overnight. Meanwhile, T.I.'s motivational quotes suddenly started drying up like desert plants without W-I-V. And of course, the interviews started rolling in. Everyone wanted T.I.'s side, but every time he spoke, he made it worse. On one podcast, he tried to imply that people move on too fast when they don't value real commitment. The comments section dragged him like a bad mixtape drop. One top comment read, "Sir, you're the last person who should talk about moving fast. You've been sprinting through scandals for years." At this point, the internet wasn't just watching, it was curating the drama. TikTok edits, Twitter threads, even YouTube compilations with titles like T.I. loses Tiny, a timeline of self-destruction. People started piecing together old lyrics and interviews, finding every red flag that Tiny had ignored back in the day. Suddenly, she wasn't just a woman moving on. She was the symbol of poetic justice. The energy around Tiny shifted entirely. She went from T.I.'s wife to the embodiment of when a woman's fed up. The globe photo shoots, the new confidence, the unapologetic happiness, it all screamed. I took my power back. And honestly, it's the irony of it all that's killing people with laughter. The man who once bragged about running his household just got outmaneuvered by the very queen he underestimated. It's giving Greek tragedy. It's giving Karma Deluxe Edition. But hold up, the streets are still buzzing. Some insiders hint that T.I. might be gearing up for a public clapback, maybe even a Talal interview. Or worse, a diss track. Because if there's one thing this man can't resist, it's a microphone and a metaphor. Imagine the chaos if he decides to drop a song about Tiny's new marriage. The internet might just combust. The question now isn't whether Tiny's moved on, it's whether T.I. can survive watching someone else do everything he thought he had under control. The man who used to lecture the world on respect and relationships is now facing his own mirror, and that reflection is trending. Tiny's new husband? He doesn't even need to say a word. His silence is louder than any barred T I could write. And that's what makes this saga so brutally poetic. The man who once ran the narrative is now watching it get rewritten without his permission. And trust me, the next move, it's going to be even louder. Because when pride meets pain in the public eye, the show never really ends. The internet thought it had seen the peak of the drama, the memes, the tears, the passive-aggressive growth quotes. But nah. The third act of this real-life soap opera just turned into the Great Atlanta Meltdown. Because, as it turns out, T.I. ain't built for watching his past love story get remixed into a revenge anthem. The man who once had the entire trap game bowing to his confidence is now trending for all the wrong reasons. Reports started surfacing that T.I. had a moment. Backstage at a recent performance, sources claimed he walked off mid-set after a fan screamed, "Tiny upgraded." And listen, that clip went viral in seconds. The man paused, clenched his jaw, and said, "Watch your mouth, partner." The internet. They turned it into a meme faster than he could finish his next bar. Twitter renamed it the Expeditious Breakdown. Meanwhile, Tiny was out here living her best soft life. She started appearing at charity events, smiling brighter than the diamonds on her wrist. Her new husband, the mysterious mogul fans, are now calling. Mr. Exclusive attended one of her events and quietly dropped a donation big enough to make corporate sponsors blush. No drama, no cameras. Just calm power. The contrast between him and T.I.'s loud chaos was cinematic. It's wild because this wasn't just a breakup anymore. This was a public reset. Tiny had reinvented herself in a way that forced everyone to look at her differently. She wasn't the sidekick anymore. She was the story. Every interview request, every appearance, every whisper of her name now carried that same word: respect. And the world finally understood what T.I. never did. Tiny didn't need the spotlight. She was the spotlight. But don't get it twisted. The streets of Atlanta don't forget history that easily. Every DJ, gossip, vlogger, and reality TV producer in the city smelled ratings. Rumors started floating that T.I. was trying to pitch a documentary about growth and forgiveness, allegedly to reframe the narrative. Translation: he wanted his reputation back. But the internet wasn't in the mood for another rebrand. They wanted accountability, not another album rollout disguised as a redemption story. And of course, the fans kept digging. Someone uncovered old footage from a red carpet interview years ago where T.I. said, "Tiny knows she'll never find another me." Oh, the irony. The clip resurfaced right next to a picture of Tiny and her new husband walking hand in hand. The caption: "You're right, she didn't find another you. She found better." Even Hollywood started joining in. Comedians roasted the situation on podcasts. TikTok creators started reenacting T.I. versus Mr. Exclusive skits. One viral video showed a fake T.I. giving a speech while a fake Tiny rolled her eyes and drove away in a Rolls-Royce. It was pure internet gold. But beneath the laughter and sarcasm, there was something deeper happening. People started using Tiny's situation as an example of self-liberation. Comment sections were full of women writing things like this: "Gave me the courage to finally walk away." Tiny, the same woman who once got mocked for staying too long, had accidentally become a symbol of strength. She turned heartbreak into her brand. Meanwhile, T.I. was unraveling in slow motion. His once legendary confidence started slipping into visible frustration. His interviews grew sharper, his posts darker. At one point he wrote, "They always switch up once they see you don't need them." Fans didn't even hold back, bro. You switched first. The comments were merciless. The man who prided himself on being in control of his narrative had officially lost it to the algorithm. Then came the final nail in the coffin. Tiny's new husband decided to go public. No, not through an announcement, through a photograph. A professional magazine spread featuring him and Tiny looking like royalty, elegant.com and glowing. The article's headline, "Love Rebuilt," wasn't a diss. It wasn't petty. It was peaceful, and that's what hurt the most. I could drop 10 mixtapes, do 50 podcasts, and film a documentary, but nothing could compete with the visual of his ex looking genuinely happy without him. Because this wasn't the revenge of a bitter ex. This was the evolution of a woman who finally realized she didn't owe anyone an explanation. Industry insiders say the moment that spread dropped, I went silent. No tweets, no shade. No interviews, just quiet. Some call it maturity. Others say it's the shock of finally realizing you can't control someone who's no longer playing your game. But of course, in true celebrity fashion, there's always a twist waiting in the wings. Fans are now speculating that T.I. might try to win Tiny back publicly. Allegedly, he's been telling close friends he messed up the best thing in his life, whether it's genuine remorse or just bruised pride. Nobody knows, but the man who once bragged about loyalty like it was currency is now learning how expensive silence can be.